My headmistress of my boarding school in England called me to her study and told me that I was going to be fetched home because I was going to go to Canada. I think I left 2 or 3 weeks later. My brother was going to be married, and so it was arranged to happen before I left. I sailed from Liverpool on the Duchess of Richmond with friends of my mother's and her children. Don't remember much about it. I did the rail trip to Vancouver, which was absolutely fascinating, and I really can't remember much more than that. Being an evacuee at 14, leaving family and school and going to I know not what or where, was quite frightening. I had very long pigtails that my mother refused to let me have cut before I left. And the family I went to live with realized that I would have trouble with teasing in grade 11, looking so English. So I had my hair cut. Great joy. I loved my school life and made some good friends, but was quite lonely with a family who had no children. Letters from home took a long time, and really no one to confide with when I had problems was difficult. I had very good holidays at Savory Island with the Duke's family. Rosemary a bit younger than me. She married Chunky Woodward. The thing I found most difficult was making decisions. My education, I feel, suffered by changing schools and a completely different curriculum. I was not an academic, but I still think I could have done better if I'd felt more settled. That's as far as I got.
And when you decided to return to England?
When after school, I did a year's secretarial course and then decided I wanted to return to England. And Mr. Anderson very kindly pulled all sorts of strings and managed to get me a passage back to England. And I think that was about May or June 1943. First I went to Montreal, where I stayed with some friends of theirs until they called me. And I went to Nova Scotia, I don't know the name of the town, Halifax. And then I got on a boat eventually after 2 or 3 days in a hotel there. And I think we were about 2 weeks on the sea.
How many boats were traveling together?
About 78 in convoy. We picked up some boats that were coming up from the States and joined our convoy. Went very, very slowly for the slowest ship in the convoy. But we eventually got to Avonmouth, which is Bristol. And I went on the train